Hei hei hei! Tänään meillä jatkuu Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Eli viime kerralla aloitettiin tää viimeisin DLC, jossa me matkustettiin Setletsin luostariin tämmösen niin kuin tavallaan lääkärin apuna. Ja luostarissa sitten istikin jonkunnäköinen mysteerinen tauti. Ja nyt me yritetään selvittää, että mistä se tauti on sinne tullut. Ja yritetään selvittää, että mikä se tauti ylipäätään on. Eli pitää meidän ihan ekana tehdä tommonen ruttolääkärin naamio, että me ei saada itse sitä tautia. Ja pitää myös käydä vähän nuuskimassa, että mitä ihmettä täällä tapahtuu. Paikan apotti oli tosiaan sitä mieltä, että nyt kaikki seis. Kukaan ei poistu minnekään. Kaikki munkit joutuu koppeihinsa ja meidätkin on sitten tämän Alpriikin, jos muistan oikein, niin sen kanssa niin kun laitettu, että emme saisi poistua täältä infirmarystä, mutta Henriä ei kiinnosta. Yön Henri tekee mitä Yön Henri haluaa. Eli mun pitäisi lähteä nyt varmaan sniikkailemaan sitten. Mä en mennä tähänkään. Jaa. Eli tuolla on quest-tipsteri. Käydä siellä. Pääsenkö mä sinne mitenkään? On kyllä kaikki ovet auki, että...
Have to watch out for those patrolling knights.
Ei. Tää ei saa auki. Mitäs tuo? Ei kun niissä on siellä infirmaruissa. Don't mind me. Täällä on joku quest-tipsteri. Onko se Sakarias?
Is there anything I can help you with around here?
Leave the treatment to us. But Dinesh did mention he's been having trouble with Celarius.
Cellarius taisi olla se, joka vastaa niin täällä niistä ruuista.
What's it about?
About food supplies. Even before the monastery was closed, old Julian was a miser. But now we have to haggle over every morsel.
You really think I can do something about it?
Couldn't hurt to try. Go and speak to Dinesh. He'll explain what's what.
Voidaan minä varastaakin sitä ruokaa.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
No mitä?
I've got a few more questions about that plague mask.
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me where to find the things I'll need?
You can get the rope and leather almost anywhere. I'd say you'll find some lying around the construction site. And you can gather herbs from Yocham's garden.
And the recipe for the fragrant oil?
The monastery library has extensive collections.
Okay. Yep.
I'd be surprised if you didn't find something in there.
How will the mask help me?
Well, if you wear it properly, you shouldn't get infected. Or not so easily, at least. The herbs and oil purify the air around you, and the mask stops you breathing in the foul air.
And once I've got all the materials, is there a recommended method?
Once you've got everything you need, there's a bench in the alchemical workshop where you can get to work. I'm not the handiest with this sort of thing, but if I can sew the mask, hanging herbs on it should be a cinch.
That's all. Thanks.
Mun teoria. Eli joko siellä on ollut silleen, että kun tuolla on niitä kaivauksia tehty, ja siellä on siis se lattia romahtanut sinne jonnekin kryptaan, että joko siellä kryptassa on niinku ollut haudattuna joku ton esimerkiksi apotin sukulainen, jolla on ollut se rutto ja se on levinnyt siitä. Tai sitten se on esimerkiksi tehnyt silleen, että siellä on sitten levinnyt jotenkin juomaveteen esimerkiksi niitä ruumiita ja olisiko täällä sitten esimerkiksi kolera. Mutta en malta odottaa, että saamme tietää. Hetken, minä olen juoksemassa. Ei tänne. Genesiltä piti kysellä siitä.
I heard you've been having some trouble getting supplies for the infirmary.
That's right. Old Julian seems to think the sick can live on decoctions and ointments. We get nothing but scraps.
Well, if they want to let them starve, I don't know why they need 2 famed physicians for it.
My thoughts exactly. I've told him 100 times, but he just keeps saying he's praying for them.
Thoughts and prayers.
That would help.
Well, maybe I could try speaking to the Solarius myself and see if I can, persuade him.
I won't stop you, but I've tried everything I could think of. What's your plan?
Mä puhun sille.
Try to
Mä oon
persuade
hyvä
him.
puhumaan.
He's bound to respond to something.
That old man only hears what he wants. But good luck.
Ja. Katsotaan, onks mulla perkkejä täällä leveleitä tullut. Alkemian on. Kyllä me otetaan tämä. Exceptional quality. Eli tuolla on workerit, tuolla on se krypto, aromaattinen öljy, kellarius. Ehkä mä yritän ihan ekana mennä noihin workereihin. Kissa! Miu mahu! Vaikutteitakin saisi silittää. Oho, sehän hyppäsi.
Grace the abbot requires it.
Right. Maybe, fancy going for a walk? I'll keep watch here for a bit.
You sure? I'd be happy to stay here with you.
That's all right. Your legs must be going numb by now anyway, eh?
A bit, yeah.
Tästähän soe.
All right then. But I'll be back soon.
Miksi kukaan ei näe minua? Seisoo tuolla, pääseekö täältä?
What's that? You can't be here.
Ei tänne pääse. Eikö ne ole tännempänä vielä?
You're not supposed to be here.
What? You're covered in blood, my friend.
I'd like to ask you something.
Look, I don't want to meddle in anything. I want to ask Lois over there. He knows.
Miksi se vanhakunnan juoksen vain pohjistaktiikka toimi? Loisa. Ei se on tuolla.
You're not supposed...
I need to ask you something.
Look, you probably shouldn't be here, right? You heard the talk. They say there's some
Minä tulin
pestilence
levittämään
going
sen
around.
teihin.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Scratch my back, sanoi kyttyrä selkä.
Tell me everything you know, or a disease will be the least of your worries.
All right, no need to get worked up. Fine, what do you want to know?
Kaiken.
Have you noticed anything odd lately? Suspicious?
What, during work? We're at it from dusk till dawn. No time to be watching what's going on.
Sure, but while you're working, you must hear a thing or two. You know how folk chatter while they work.
Well, I suppose There are two groups of workers here. Us lot working above ground, and another lot working down in the crypt. We don't talk to each other much.
Why not?
They're a right bunch of bastards. Maybe because they've been at it longer than us. They hardly ever come up before we knock off. Some of them probably even sleep down there.
Okei.
Ugh.
Why are there two crews here?
We take care of everything above ground. They're dealing with that collapse into the crypt. We hardly ever see each other.
Where can I find the other crew?
Their tents are right next to the monastery wall.
Who's in charge of your lot?
Andra, our foreman. But the work's clearly laid out. He doesn't have time to be breathing down our necks all the time.
I haven't seen him around. Where can I find him?
No idea. Truth be told, I haven't seen him myself in a while.
And that doesn't strike you as odd?
You think, what, he's sick too?
Well, he's definitely not in the infirmary. Hopefully he's all right. Thanks. That'll be all.
You can't be here.
What are you doing here?
What do you think? I'm keeping watch so no one goes inside.
And why?
Because you might end up getting hurt in there. There's an hole in the middle of the floor,
Voisin
like the mouth
silti
of
mennä
hell.
sinne.
If you stroll in there, gawping at the ceiling, you could fall in and break your neck.
Will you let me in?
No one's allowed in. What are you even doing here? I thought no one but us was allowed out here.
It's a big church, plenty of ways in. And I'm under orders from Master Albic and Zacharias. Royal physicians. So sooner or later I'll find someone who'll let me in. But if it's you, then I'll remember it. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll need a doctor. Then you'll be glad of my gratitude.
Oh. Having a sawbones o' me might be useful. Especially now. All right then. Just remember I helped you, yeah?
Totta kai muistan.
Here's the key. But not a word to anyone. Got it?
Thanks. Much appreciated.
And watch yourself. There's more lads inside from another crew. And they want nothing to do with us. Arseholes. With a bit of luck, they'll ignore you same as us. But best not bother them.
I'll be careful.
Miksi siellä on kultainen krusifiksi?
Now that looks a bit dodgy.
Ryösteleekö ne sitä kryptaa siellä? Ja nyt mä haluan mennä sen kirjastoon, niin on niinku... Joo.
Board it up and leave it. Didn't you hear the foreman? We've got to hold out. We'll get sorted out.
Yeah, still. I don't like it one bit.
Better guarding up here than down there, though.
That's true.
We ought to do another sweep, just in case.
Who'd even try sneaking in? Now,
Henry.
You never know.
well, if you say so. Come on then.
Huh?
That's one hell of a bloody pit.
You no business here, you thief.
Se ei jumissa. Kukaan ei tiedä, että minä olen täällä. Elävättekö minä en osaa navigoida täällä yhtään? Okei, nyt se hävisi minun kannalta. Missä se on se? Missä minä olen? Okei, se on ihan tossa. Mä oon oikea.
It was you! Surrender now! It was him!
Väärä suunta. Tänne.
Well, what will it be? I'm all yours! The pillory's too good for you.
There's a burglary. Hurry!
Ai! Ai helvetti! Se on oikeesti.
No! I don't want to die! Kill him!
Pitää laittaa pandakeja äkkiä. Mä en nyt mennyt ihan niin kuin minä oletin. Missä on minun pandaket? En voi käyttää kombatissa. Voi helvetti. Ai, nyt lähtee kyllä henki.
Give it to him.
Ei. No kai, onko mä enää kombatissa, kun ne jahtoo mua? Okei. No. Noin, sitten. Äkkiä ja tappoti junata naamari. Missä on kirjasto? Tuolla on sellaarius, voinko mennä sille juttelemaan? Hetkinen, onko täällä? Mennään nyt kiinni.
Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard!
Certificate or not.
Here he is!
Shit!
Ai. No niin, ensi kerralla minä tiedän, että en tee näin. Eli... on niinku suoraan tuolla. Mä veikkaan, että mun ei kannata sinne kryptaan mennä ilman suojavarusteita.
Didn't you hear the foreman?
Mitäs se quick finger koti on kuitenkin tähän väliin? Mä muistelen, että jos mä oon kännissä, niin mä teen asioita paremmin.
You've got to hold out. We'll get sorted out somehow.
Yeah, still. I don't like it one bit.
Better guarding up here than down there, though.
That's true.
We ought to do another sweep, just in case.
Who'd even try sneaking in? Now of all times.
You never know.
Well, if you say so. Come on then.
No niin, asiat ovat vähän paremmin. Onko tämä oikea paikka edes? Ehkä. Mikä ovi kävi ja missä? Sitten Don't mind me, minä en ole täällä. Okei, eli ei, se oli vielä niinku. Onks tänne? Älä tule tänne, please. Aromaattisen öljyn resepti. Aikahan mä näyttää itteni tollekaan. Hei Crispin. Huh?
Kitty! Kitty!
Forgive the intrusion, brother librarian.
An apology will not spare us this dreadful illness, but obeying the abbot's orders might. Haven't you heard them? I moved in here so I could continue my work and keep the mandated solitude. So leave me in its safe embrace and go away.
Mutta kun minulla on
I
asia.
understand, but I've come on an urgent matter.
And I'm urgently asking you to leave me be.
Okay.
I don't want to catch the illness and stand before the Lord. Not yet.
Minä olen ihan terve.
Brother librarian, I understand your fear, but remember our Lord Christ. Did he fear the lepers? And what did he say to the Samaritan who returned from the church to thank him?
Your faith has healed you.
You see? There's no need to fear the dreadful illness
Niinpä.
if your soul is pure.
So you believe this illness is a test for us?
Well, yes, I think it might be. But I'm only guessing. I wouldn't dare pass judgment on the Lord's intention.
Ah, you've spoken wisely and humbly. I can never compare to our Lord Christ, but in your words I find comfort and a spark of hope.
May I ask you a favour then?
But please, keep it brief.
Brother librarian, I need your help.
What is it?
This might sound odd, but do you have that book where I could find a recipe for aromatic oil?
My answer may sound even odder. I do.
Yes.
It's on the stand over there. One of my brothers was searching for a recipe, an oil for hardened heels, from working out in our garden. Perhaps it will be of use to you as well.
Eli se on täällä jossakin. Fragrant oils. Noniin. Mistä mä oon? Sitten tarvitaan vielä se köysi. Niin pitää käydä tuolla Sellariuksen luona. Lähtikö se pois? Hyvä.
I hear you and Dinesh are having a bit of a dispute over food supplies for the infirmary.
A dispute? Is that what he told you?
Well, not in those words exactly.
I really would like to help, but you must understand that I can't. No one knows how long the monastery will stay closed. The whole convent has to live off the supplies, and if we are to endure, we all have to tighten our belts.
Since you brought up the supplies, how much is actually left? Are we talking days, weeks, months?
Months. Not even in my most hopeful dreams.
Huh.
With small portions, fasting, and assuming we don't get a hailstorm that destroys what's yet to be harvested, we'll last 2 weeks. 3 if we're lucky.
Then Albie could better get a move on.
Mutta olisi jotenkin, että me saataisiin kuitenkin supplaiseja jostain muualta, koska eihän niiden tarvitse olla semmoinen, niin kuin, että kontaktissa meidän kanssa, että jättävät vaan siinä ulkopuolella.
Look, I know it's difficult for you, but we can't just let the poor infirm suffer in hunger. If you help me, I'll be glad to repay the favour. Is there anything I could do for you?
Well, to tell you the truth, magpies have built a nest in the tree in the monastery garden. They perch on rooftops, screech like mad, and I can't get any sleep. And they're so brazen. One of them stole my spectacles yesterday. I can't read without them.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. But make it quick.
How else can you save on food?
Other than shrinking portions and thinning out the gruel and broth with water, I can't think of much. When the Black Death ravaged the land, Solarius Vendelin ran the kitchen. They say that even though he had limited supplies, he...
What, perform miracles?
Don't blaspheme! But it's true. He kept most of the brethren alive, even with famine looming.
Where could I learn more about this Vendelin?
Kirjastossa.
Might be a small manuscript in the library. He wrote it himself once, long ago.
Okei. No niin, hei taas.
Brother Librarian,
What is it?
I found a recipe for an aromatic oil. Do you know what I could
Tämä
get the
olikin, mä luulen, että se
ingredients?
kyselevät missä on.
Oils are usually made of herbs. I reckon you should find everything you need for the most common recipes in Joachim's garden.
Mä luulen, että mä voin kysyä siitä toisesta kirjasta. Hei! No se Decameron. Jaa. Vincent. Bouts of melancholy.
Sometimes I regret learning to read. The greatest miracle of medicine is that women have even survived this long.
If haste is needed, apply a hot cloth and get out of the way. Mikä se oli se kirja, mikä sen nimi on? Vendelin. Pari Crispin. No tosi sekaavaa, kun osa näistä kirjoista niin näyttää sille, että voisi olla niin aina irrallisia, mutta sitten ne ei kuitenkaan ole. Niin mä en nyt tiedä, onko se tällä niin irtokirjana vai... Ei. Yes.
Crayfish, the poor man's salmon, by Salarius Vendelin. Ah, this must be what Julian was talking about. It might come in handy. Seems Vendelin at least had a sense of humor.
Katoin siis ihan walkthroughsta, että niin kuin millä hyllyn tienolla se pitäisi edes olla, niin hyvä kun löytyi. How to cook crayfish in water, oil or butter. Crayfish.
I suppose I should look by the pond or the hatcheries.
Kalastamaan. Sitten mun pitää löytää ne spektaakkelit. Onko crayfish niinku rapu vai onko se kalaa? No se varmaan selviää tässä. Vai mikä se oli se nappi, että heittää kiveä? Eli oliko se pesäinen missä? Se on tossa. Oi helvetti. Pitääkö mun crouchata? Hei! Voi vittu. Syys siellä.
You can't be here.
Oi vittu. Mä lähden pois.
What's it going to be?
Hey.
I've got your spectacles.
Show me. Are they all right?
Don't worry, they're fine.
Praise the Lord. Without them, I'd be like a mole.
You're welcome.
Yes, yes. And what are you standing around for? You're going to want something in return for that.
No en itse asiassa, kun mä löysin sen kirjan.
You said you consider giving the infirmary a larger food share.
Did I say that?
Aye. In return for bringing back your spectacles from the magpie nest I had to knock down.
So, are my spectacles the only thing you found in the nest?
And there was more in there. Why?
I realized I'm missing some other things too. Those thieving pests are smarter than I thought. Go on then, hand over the rest.
All right then.
Ja minä nyt niitä itsekään tarvinnut.
Here. Now what about the food?
All right, here's your share.
Noniin. Sitten voinko mä vielä käydä niitä... Joo, ne on niinku tuolla. Eli se on tästä niinkun... Kamala. Joo, tuonne ulos. Eikä mä pääsen nyt vaihtosta. Minulla on kalamissio, joka odottaa minua. Vittu. Don't mind me, minä en ole olemassa. Mä olen vain tämmönen kasvi, kasvien seassa. No niin, tänne. Missä on kala? Miten mä saan tuon kala? Onko mä ampua niitä esim. Joutella? Mä ei ole jousta. Nyt mä kerään niitä. Mitä siellä lukee? Catch crawfish. Ei mua helpas. Mitä minä saan ne kiinni? Okei.
Lucky if we get to leave in one piece. You couldn't just said the slates are fucked up. Hey, always make things difficult. Damn river.
Okei, crayfish on rapu. Okei, niistä kuuluu tämmönen ääni. Montakaan näitä löytyy sitten per aamu? Miksi mä voin ottaa noita kaloja? Mä oon ihan typerää. Mä käyn tossa vieressä lammassa välillä. Ei. Siinä. Tuo sade kuulostaa niinku ihan samalle kuin tuo ääni noista ravuista. Teköhän nuo ravut karkuun, jos mä niinku menen tässä liian lujaa. Halo, ravut, tulkaa suuni. Mistä se ääni kuuluu? Tuossa.
That's sorted. But maybe I'll find a few more here.
Missä muualla niitä? Tuolla vielä tuo 3. lappi. Yes.
That nearly cost me a finger.
Oi ei. No, naisethan tykkää arvista. Niin varmaan Hanski.
I wouldn't want to come out either.
Nämä kaksi. Weed. Niin, enää yksi. Tää on kyllä ollut jotenkin rasittava questi, koska noita rapuja ei meinaa niinku kuulla. Tuo sade kuulostaa niinku hyvin samalla. Jossakin on tässä. Yes.
Right.
Yes, kiitos.
That'll do. Better not pick them all.
Sitten me lähdetään. Pääsinköhän mä tuolta kautta parhaiten takaisin niinku tonne. Se on kyllä jännä ajatella, kun miettii, että mitenkä rapu on nykyään hirveä tämmönen kallis ruoka ja sitä pidetään niin kuin arvokkaana, mutta ei siitä kovinkaan kauan, kun se oli vaan niin kuin köyhien ruokaa tavallaan.
What is it? Oh, excuse me.
Ei. Mennäs tästä nyt vaan juoksu.
My all the saints. You won't knock it off, will you?
What's that?
You aren't supposed to be here.
I found this book in the scriptorium. Something
Yeah.
tells me you might find it useful.
What book? Let me see.
It was written by the former Salarius, Vendelin. He saved the monastery from famine by cooking the local crayfish.
When you don't have salmon, throw in a crayfish. Makes sense to me.
That's just what Vendelin wrote. A well-prepared crayfish tastes better than most fish.
I suppose it's better than starving to death. Anyway, thanks.
I got more food for the infirmary.
Should I ask how you managed it?
Let's just say I found a source of food no one here is making use of.
Don't tell me you scraped it off the dung heap.
Don't worry. They're as fresh as can be. Prime crayfish. Straight from the pond.
You caught crayfish? Here?
Is that worse than starving?
Not at all. Let's have it then. My word. Where'd you get all that? Is there anything left for the rest of the monastery?
Does it matter?
True enough. This place needs it most anyway.
Aromatic oil. Se tämä. Kamomille 3 turnia. Onko se nyt oil-pohjainen? Joo. Sitten kamomillaa. Sitten. Kaikki sage. Sitten oliko se vain valeriaani sekaan? Ja. Yes!
Should I have boiled that chamomile on a smaller fire?
No, mutta tärkeintä, että se valmis. Säkeyttä.
Careful.
Onpas Nighthawk. Kämppärit on tuolla, mutta katsotaan saisiko se olla niinku kuitenkin. Must be the wind. Oh. Missä on?
Who's there?
Nyt mä oon menossa. Tästä pitäisi kyllä päästä tuonne sisälle, mutta... Helvetti. Nyt se lähti pois. Hyvä. Onko se nyt niin kuin... Hetkinen nyt. Tänne. Joo, ja tänne. Sieltä löytyisi nyt jostakin sitä kyyttä. Voisinkohan mä laittaa tuon nukkumaan tosta? Vähän myötä. Jeesus myötä.
You no business here, you thief! Ow!
That's one hell of a bloody pit.
Oi ei, tässä ei kuole. Tässä on niinku köyttä, että me ei voi ottaa niitä.
I've got everything I need to make the plague mask. Now, just to actually make it.
Työntekijäparka. Se vaan nukkuu siellä. No niin.
I've got a few more...
What do you want?
That's
Okay.
all.
sitten. Missä se maski tehdään? Mä oon täällä. Eli ihan ekana se rope, sit mulla on se aromatic oil. Noin. You're making a plague mask.
I hope this works.
No niin, sitten me lähdetään sinne sisuksiin vissiin. Voi. Helvettiläinen. Voi vai.
Let's hope the mask does the trick. A map of the underground.
Selvä.
They were robbing the graves.
Joo.
A drawing of some kind of cross.
Etteikö ne joku tietyn tyypin hautoa?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, rotting corpses. Hey? What's this?
Joku sulki oven täällä myös. Täällä on varmaan joku toinenkin reitti ulos, koska voisin siis myös lockpikata tuon, mutta tätä löytyy. You're making a hole in the wall. Henry elää seinien sisällä.
Carries on.
Jos seinien sisältä kuuluu rapinaa, se voi olla Henry.
die! Ha! Victory or death! You should have handed it over. Ha!
Ei, mitä?
I need to get back to Albic.
Oli muuten lähellä. Mä voisin laittaa mieluummin tuon Milidarisormaa. Saa käyttää sitä ehkä paremmin kuin tätä hemmetin meissi. Tai Warhammeri, kun se oli nyt oli. Niin. Kummallista täällä tapahtuu. Kiitos. Albic! Huh? Mitäs täällä on tapahtunut?
Christ, Albic! What happened? Are you alright?
I am, yes. But it looks like we've been robbed.
Joo, sori, minä kävin täällä aiemmin.
Why? And who did it, for Christ's sake?
Gentlemen, please. Keep it down. You're disturbing the patients. For God's sake. What happened here? What a mess.
What do you think? Someone was clearly looking for something.
But there's nothing of value here.
Well, actually...
Albic! You brought them here? What were you thinking?
And was I supposed to leave them unsupervised?
And? Were they stolen?
Thank the Lord, no. I still had them on me.
Can someone tell me what exactly was nearly stolen?
As you know, Henry, I spent a good part of my life at King Wenceslas's court, tending to his health. Thanks to that, I learned much about his private life. What ailed him, how and when he got injured, and what treatments I used. I recorded all my findings and methods, partly in case anyone cast doubts on them, and partly for others to copy, if necessary. If these detailed records were to fall into the wrong hands, I dare not imagine the consequences.
Plenty of folk would pay handsomely for them.
Or tried to steal them for that very reason. So what now? Do we report this to the abbot?
I don't think that would be wise. After all, nothing's actually been stolen. And I'd rather not trouble him unnecessarily.
Exactly. After our last meeting, I think we all benefit from a bit of distance.
But we still don't know who to suspect.
Surely you realize the abbot himself might be interested in those records.
Father Jan? Nonsense.
Nonsense.
We've known each other for years.
Not quite well enough. When he heard you were coming, he was pressing me to persuade you to let him read them.
But that's out of the question. Absolutely not.
That's exactly what I told him. The look on his face, If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
How did he even hear about them?
Their existence is no secret. Even King Sigismund mentioned them to me once or twice. And if he ever said anything in front of the abbot...
And the thief waited until the monastery was closed?
So, Albec isn't leaving. Even if he wanted to.
Let's not jump to conclusions. And don't start pointing fingers. Henry, go and ask Brother Benedict and Dinesh in the infirmary if they noticed anything. Maybe we'll get lucky.
All right, then. I'll return to my patients and pretend nothing's amiss. No need to alarm them over this.
Right. Agreed.
Lord have mercy.
Oi apua. Joo. Täällä on Benedikti. Ei.
I think I need some treating.
Eikä meinaa.
I'd say so. Let me see. Oh, you're lucky it's not bleeding. Does anything else hurt? Any fever? Blurred vision, perhaps?
I don't think so. Just a few cuts and bruises.
Good. I'll just clean them up for you then.
Minua lyötiin päähän monesti.
There. It should be better now.
Kiitos.
I feel like a new man. Thanks.
Don't mention it. And be more careful from now on, all right?
Did you notice anything suspicious this past hour?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly, and I suspect another one's faking it to skip work.
No. I need to know if anyone's been nosing around our room.
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out in the yard scrubbing his bedding. I didn't see anyone.
I understand. Even so, thanks for your help.
Oh, it's nothing.
God be with you.
Dinesh?
Did you see anyone go in or out of our room?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a monk go in. I couldn't say who.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him. But hard to say. Damn it, why do they all look the same in here?
Se on se
It's not
herkat.
exactly helpful, I know. Any idea when that was?
Roughly an hour ago. Maybe 2. Has something happened?
Damn it. Never mind. Better if you ask Zacharias. I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the
Joku
plague.
tauti sieltä on
But
tullut.
if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
I ended up slipping out another way, but the foreman was waiting outside the door.
And?
He didn't end well.
Did he at least say anything? I mean, something that might help explain this.
There was no time for talking. He came straight for me.
I really don't know anymore. This sort of thing ought to be reported, but who can we even trust here? Maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least. You might ask Crispin about the coat of arms too. With luck, you'll find something in the archives that sheds some light on how it all connects to those open tombs. But best do it tomorrow. This evening's been more than enough. One adventure a day is plenty.
Agreed. Let's clear up the room, then sleep.
We'll be wiser come morning.
You and Albi clean up the room and go to bed. Ja heräämme 2 aamuyöllä. Eikä mä käy pöllimässä nuo.
Shopping beast. Kick its ass.
Oh.
You stop that, for Christ.
Aha, mitä? Oliko sä se jauhovarassa? Mitä se oli joku ruumis? Nyt joku hälytyskello. Kuka? Early morning in Albic's chamber.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting, and being tired doesn't excuse us from our duties.
Sä oot edelleen ihan helvetin sus.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down, but it was probably just an unfortunate accident. Thank the Lord it's all over now.
And no one was hurt?
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking he could save them, but they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders.
Niin, häkämyrkytys.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns.
Okay.
And it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed, but when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going too. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone.
And
they're trying to frighten us into leaving.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking
Minä
around
voin.
myself to find out what really happened.
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Maybe Zacharias was right after all. You never know when an aid like that might come in handy. So, what's your plan?
Yön Henry.
Quite a few things, actually.
Tai siis päivän Henry.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when there's a deadly illness spreading.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it, and that one of the knights is watching over them.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious. A proper diagnosis is key to the next step.
Someone searched our room just a while ago, and who knows what they'd do if they caught you wandering around alone. I won't have that on my conscience. Better you stay here, and I'll sort it somehow.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
Siinä meillä on hyvä.
Well, I'm no physician like you, but I've learnt a lot about the illness. I could say I'm your apprentice.
That won't be enough.
Then I'll explain to him the same way you did to me. We need to examine them and find out what was wrong with them, or we'll never get anywhere with treatment.
That's probably best.
Ei ole eka kerta, kun on
But you
ruumiita
must
käynyt sörkkimässä.
examine them thoroughly. And
Vaikka
don't
juomassa
be
ylös.
repulsed.
So, what exactly should I be looking for?
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have, but a keen eye may spot other signs too. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle. No one should have to go through what he did last night.
I'll take a look around the burned down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident, but it won't hurt to make sure.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.
Kiitos.
Hey, what are you wandering around here for? You're not supposed to be here.
Ian. Sitten. Niin kun... Mikä tämä on? Niin kuin tuolla. Mitä täältä löytyy? Eikö niin kävi hämätön katto, kun se oli se yksi tyyppi mennyt sinne. Tänne. On se kummalta puolelta? kätevä.
Right then. Where to begin? I'll start with the younger one.
Olkaa peppupuolueet vartaan.
Muscle stiff, but the body looks supple. What's that in his hair? Oof. Better mind my fingers. Rigor mortis is wearing off. He can't have been dead more than a few hours. He vomited up his guts before he died. Just like that old confessor. It's all clumped together. Looks like flour, or maybe lime.
Tietysti minä maistan sitä.
Yeah, it's flour. Bruising, some dried blood, but no broken bones. Those bruises are odd. Regular. Almost perfectly circular. Looks like cupping marks. Someone might have tried to ease a fever or pain. He's young, but his hands are a mess. Covered in scars, nails broken, looks like hard labour. And 2 workers did go missing.
Okay.
That can't be a coincidence. I don't see anything odd here. Ribs intact, belly soft. No sign of violent death. Just his back and hips are badly scraped. No blood. Like he was dragged over gravel after he died. A few old scars, gravel embedded in both knees, and blood around the groin. Barely dried. Could it have leaked out after death? Mixed with bowel contents. Bloody diarrhea. Like with the infection. Now for the older one. Pale, sunken eyes, missing some teeth, though that might just be age.
Onko täällä joku päähän?
But that hole in his head is someone's doing. Small.
Onko sitä ammuttu?
Round, clean, like it was drilled. I've heard of that method before, used in cases of unbearable headache or seizures. But who'd try that outside the infirmary? Completely stiff. Clenched tight. Like he was ready for a fight. Rigor mortis well advanced. Died long before the fire. Skin's badly scratched. And there's a thorn stuck here. Maybe a rose?
Onneksi Henri Poiraton asialla.
Board, but no broken bones. Back and shoulders all scratched up, like he was dragged through brambles. And around his neck and chest he's got red blotches on the skin. Those blotches look familiar. They're a bit like the ones on that old confessor. Looks like this poor wretch caught the same thing.
No niin, olisiko mitään ollut maskinaamalla?
No? Scraped and scarred. He must have worked hard in his life. Well, What's clear is they didn't die in that burning hut. More likely they succumbed to the infection spreading in the monastery. The symptoms matched perfectly. Either way, it wasn't a cold-blooded murder. Someone tried to treat them, brutally, but still. And it didn't work. Someone must have hauled the bodies into that shed. And it left marks on them. It might be possible to trace where they came from.
Mietin kanssa sitä, että voiko se olla silleen, että täällä on se Teutonic Nice Orderi, että onko ne jotain tältä vailta ja ne niinku tekee tätä hommaa täällä. No on teorioita. Onko niistä yksikään oikea? Ei voi tietää. Okei. Olisiko antanut mennä tuossa jonnekin?
Much left of the shed. Elijah had more luck than sense. A torch? Damn, this wasn't an accident. Someone torched the shed to cover their tracks. At least this grill is here. Rough cloth, badly charred, and bits of leather. Probably used as knee protection for work. Oil. Burns like the devil. I wonder there's barely anything left of the shed.
Yeah. Miten se Witnessin luokse pääsee sitten parhaiten?
Overturned sacks, soaked ground, so that's why the dead man had flour in his hair.
Tiedän, että siellä luostarin keskipihalla on ainakin niitä ruusuja.
That's one deep rut. Whoever dragged them, the poor wretches gave them a rough time.
Perkele! Noin näyttää, että noin menee tuonne kanaaliin, mutta... Se tietysti mahdollista, että olisiko ne nyt tätä kautta kuitenkin. Tää kyllä menee sitten tonne. Katsotaan vielä täältä. Minne tämä menee?
Oh, that's disgusting.
No, täällähän paskassa me ollaan muutenkin käyskellyt. Hei, tässä on ruusuja.
A cart and rose bushes. If you dragged them through the ditch, no wonder they were in such a state. Wheel tracks headed that way towards the gate. Something's jammed in the lock. There's no way I can pick it.
Okay. Tää on lisää jälkiä.
The tracks are clear. That cart was bloody heavy.
Tänne.
The cart tracks lead to the herbalists. Maybe Joaquin knows more.
Koira.
Poor beast. Who did this to you?
Mitä helvettiä täältä kuuluu? Täältä on ne kärrät vissiin lähtenyt. Täältä kuuluu nyt jotain ääniä.
What in damnation?
You said they were better. Were you lying or just that stupid?
They took a turn for the worse. It came out of nowhere. And there was no saving them.
And those books I got for you. You've half the monastery's library in here. Did you even bother looking at them?
I read every one. But I told you 100 times, I am not a physician. I don't know what you all expected from me.
You were supposed to use your head, damn it. Now everyone and their dog is sniffing around here.
I couldn't just...
I thought I made myself clear. They stay here, you don't leave, and nobody must know a thing.
But what was I supposed to do?
Mä arvasin, se oli sus.
Provided you with everything you needed and paid you
Ellei sillä joku
generously.
toinenkin masteri.
Or am I wrong? What about that fire? Were you just covering your ass or planning to rat on us too?
They were infected. For the sake of everyone in the monastery, I did what had to be done.
Do what has to be done.
Ei. Ei.
For everyone's sake.
Stop.
Dennis!
Helvetti. Apua. Apua. Vittu, sulla on parempi piekka kuin minulla.
Now you're going to get it! In God's name!
Ai saatana. Ai vittu. Pandakehaa. Joo. Mitä helvettiä täällä nyt tapahtuu? Oliko sä vielä hengissä?
Did you?
He's gone. Hold on. I'll fetch help.
Don't trouble yourself, son. But please, stay.
Voin jäädä.
No, I'll run for Albie.
Pray with me. The Lord will soon welcome me.
All right. But I need to ask you something first.
Yes.
Herra, mitä täällä tapahtuu?
Did you try to treat those poor souls yourself?
I did my best.
Okay.
On the orders of Master Zacharias, I tried everything, even against their will. But either the sickness had advanced too far, or I simply lacked the knowledge.
All right.
Kyllä me tiedetään jo, miksi se sen tulee, niin turha kysellä. Pelottaa, että se kuolee.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
On earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not
into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen.
No arvasin, että se äijä on pahis. Se puhuu just semmoisella tavalla, kun pahikset puhuu. Nonni. Jäähän sattuu. Joo, siellä monasteri librarianin luona nyt ainakin vielä ennen kuin mennään tonne Zachariaksen luokse, jos sieltä vielä irtoaa se jotain, että miksi ne niinku tuusailee tätä ja ikinä nyt tuusaileekaan. Tästä ei pääse. Niin pääsenkö mä tosta aina takaisin? Vähän vittu. No niin, kaikki on hyvin. Tai siis ei ole, mutta... Taas loppuvikkaamaan. Onneksi lukot eivät meitä estä. Ei, hautuumaan löysin. Voiko täältä kaivaa hautoja ylös? Ei. Turha paikka. Mä ajattelin, että olisi päässyt vielä juttelemaan sillä yhdelle veljelle, mutta nämä kun mä seurasin niitä jälkiä, niin ei nyt tullutkaan sitä optiota enää. Don't mind me.
What? You weren't supposed to be here.
What's it like down there?
What's it gonna be? We're under quarantine. Didn't you hear?
Kyllä. Minä en ole täällä. Katsokaa jonnekin muualle hetki. Minä menen pois. Vittu kun väärä ovi.
What's it gonna be?
Minä helvettiin se on nyt se. Tästä tänne. Onneksi olen nopea. No niin, Crispin. Minulla on sinulle asiaa.
Kitty! Kitty!
What? I'm investigating the source of that illness that's been spreading around here. And I could use your learned knowledge.
I'm listening.
I came across the symbol of the Kingdom of Jerusalem during my investigation. And I was wondering if you might have any records or anything that might be connected to it.
If memory serves, something should definitely be here. I even dabbled in it myself long ago. We have the legacy of a knight named Boleslav Bavor, who journeyed through the Holy Land and visited Jerusalem. There was some connection to the monastery crypt, if I recall.
Really? Because I actually came across it in the crypt.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I ran into some labourers down there. From what I gathered, they were trying to rob some of the graves. And they were looking for something tied to the Jerusalem cross.
By Christ, they were after the relic.
What are you talking about? What relic?
There's a possibility that Bavor was buried here along with a certain relic. That's what got me interested back then.
What sort of relic are we talking about?
I don't know exactly, but certainly something very rare. I believe it's linked to Jesus Christ himself, but I can't tell you for sure right now. It's been many years, and even back then I never found anything substantial apart from Bavor's records of his travels. In the end I concluded that the whole tale of the relic was likely just Bavor's own fabrication.
Oh, that's a shame. It was just starting to get interesting. Still, I'd very much like to have a look at the travel records. Just in case.
I'll be glad to show them to you, to examine. But first, we must report those vile thieves to the abbot.
Ei vielä.
You're right. The abbot ought to be told, but it's probably not wise to burden him with it now. Right now, we need to deal with the illness. Once things have settled down, we can make sure those thieves get what they deserve. Besides, We've got almost no proof yet. If I manage to investigate the matter of Bavor more thoroughly, I might stumble on something.
Still, it's a serious thing. We mustn't wait too long.
Of course. Once I've gathered the evidence, I'll explain everything to the abbot straight away. And now I'd like to take a proper look at Bavor's travel records.
Of course. Give me a few moments. I'll find them for you. And I believe Bavor's name also appeared in some old accounts. I'll try to track those down too. Journey through the Holy Land. And I've also found these old accounts. Feel free to study them too. I'm curious myself what conclusion you'll come to, if any.
Holy relic.
It really says here that he acquired a holy relic. Let's see how it continues.
I found the ship and set upon the sea. Sailed for a long time. Cast overboard. Löysi kristittyjä. Koulusaitteja. Sai pitää dakkerinsa. Niillä oli aarteita. Siirtää sen Kyprokselle. Voi apua. I gave all my treasure to the monastery of Setlets. Only my holy treasure I concealed. He's from all and took it with me to the grave that it might accompany him into eternity.
According to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure. That sounds pretty clear. Let's see what the accounts say.
Akkaan söi. Venceslavi. Lord Bavor, as he decided to acquire his own sarcophagus.
So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. And still, despite all the records and mentions, Crispin had his doubts. Why?
Well, are you...
I read the journal. A lovely tale. It really brought the Holy Land to life.
And?
And it says the relic Bavor acquired was a splinter from the true cross of Christ.
Holy Virgin! Such a sacred treasure!
And according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be buried with the relic in the monastery crypt.
So it says in the book. I also found my old notes and remembered how it all went back then. I too searched for Bavor's grave. I even dared venture into the crypt, but despite all my efforts, I never found it.
How is that even possible? A grave can't just disappear.
Quite frankly, I don't know. And I didn't know then either. Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, I laid the matter before the abbot, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when Abbot Vitus held office. May the Lord grant him eternal peace. Together we came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely at least partly, perhaps entirely, made up.
Why would it be made up? Surely Sir Boleslav wouldn't lie about something so serious.
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. The grave's missing, the relic's nowhere to be found. Can you think of another explanation, then?
Siellä, niin, sarkofaagi.
The account books mention that Bavor had a sarcophagus made at his own expense.
That's possible. Does it mean anything?
If he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. Masonry work like that is no small matter. And it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail with the monastery to have his tomb here, Then he wasn't even buried here.
You're right. I never made that connection before.
And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation with a good story, why claim to have gained something so rare?
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage of that among the nobility.
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a relic would only draw unwanted attention.
That's a good point. It'd be too risky.
And what about the mural mentioned in the accounts? Does it really exist?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several scenes from
Olisiko se olla
Bavor's
sit
alleged
siellä sen alla
adventures.
se hauta?
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church if he hadn't believed it was true.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero of the Holy Land, I'll believe him too.
All the more reason I want to see it for myself.
No harm in trying. At the very least, it's a fine piece of work.
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received a great fortune from the King of Cyprus, and the account records say he gave a generous donation to the monastery. Do you think that was made up too?
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth, not where it came from. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained that fortune by plundering or as spoils of war, and the tale of the Holy Land was just a cover to mask the dishonorable origin of his riches.
Well, I've never been to the Holy Land, but I've seen plenty of wrongdoings, even here in Bohemia. And if Bavor really wanted to cover up how he got his coin, he could have built a village, built a fortress, or who knows, bought up a mine. He could have done any number of smarter things than spinning a tale about a heroic journey halfway across the world, don't you think?
I'm no expert in fraud, but yes, he chose a rather complicated cover-up if that's what it was.
The crypt has a hidden side chamber, you know.
Excuse me? What chamber?
It had been walled up. In one part of the crypt, the masonry was loose, so I managed to get inside.
I've never heard of anything like that. Perhaps even Abbot Vitus didn't know of it.
I'd say the abbot would definitely have known about something like that. He just didn't tell you. Maybe on purpose.
Where are you going with this?
I'm not sure. Just thinking out loud, really. But why would Bavor do that? What would he gain by deceiving everyone here?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property. Maybe he wanted to improve his reputation.
Well, that's mentioned in the text. But lies wouldn't have helped him. Quite the opposite, if he'd been found out.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can be. But I agree, something about it doesn't sit right.
Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more convoluted than just acknowledging it's true.
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. And I sound exactly like Abbot Vitus. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me I'd be better off letting it go.
What exactly did he say?
That I should stop chasing old crusaders and focus on real, meaningful work.
Vitus isn't here anymore.
Niinpä.
So we can pick up where you left off. And maybe we'll finally unravel Bavor's mystery together.
If that relic really does exist, and it surfaced now, it'd surely be a sign from the Lord, a sign of hope in these desperate times.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found Bavor's tomb. Without it, we're stuck.
But you spoke of that hidden chamber in the crypt. If there's any clue, it'll be in there. Take this and study it closely. It's a drawing of Bavor's family coat of arms I came across years ago. According to this, you'll know if it's truly the grave of Sir Boleslav. Yes, the mural in the chapel, paid for by Bavor himself, also bears his coat of arms.
Thank you. I'll head off at once.
Just be careful, please. You know the abbot's orders, the disease, all this misfortune.
Älä huoli, minä tapaan kaikki.
I'll be careful.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal rest of those buried there, especially now, with death haunting the monastery.
Minkäslainen? Okei. Onko se moraali jossain tässä? Lähellä. Helvetti, pitäisikö mä vain juosta siitä? Se menee tonne.
Hey,
Ei!
get out of here.
Joo, menen pois. Eiku se on?
What?
Näin tämä kuuluisi varmaan toimia, että don't mind me. No niin, täällä on varmaan se moraalikin jossakin. Missä voi rukoilla? Aha.
The King of Cyprus, Knight Bavor, and his relic. Though that shield looks a bit different than the one in Crispin's sketch.
On saman tyylinen, mutta ei ihan sama.
Almost the same. Only on the mural, it's got that inner scutcheon added. They gave a lot of space to Bavor's crest and his elevation. Likely at the knight's own request. And the crest's all in one, with an angel and the relic. That must mean something.
Takaisin kryptaan. Laitan kyllä taas se varmuuden vuoksi tämän päälle. Hei hei, hyvästi. En ole täällä. Ihan vaan, että jos joskus tarvitsee. Ei! Nämä ovet näin vaikeita minullekin. Noniin, kiinni.
Some past abbot's tomb. Maybe even Heinrich. Nice. This must have been some knight. There's a cross above his head, but a rose in the crest. And I'm looking for an arrow. A crozier and mitre. That'll be an abbot's tomb. Looks more like an abbot's tomb from the carving. Good thing. I'll be shifting that rubble for days on my own. This one's rather worn down. I think I can make out the abbot's symbol. Bavor's crest.
Noniin.
So it's true.
Mikähän tauteja me täältä vapautetaan nyt?
What? That's not Bavor. I need to tell Crispin.
Se ääniä täältä kuuluu. Ja näytetään tää viimeksi ollut auki. Tuolla on ne kirjailijatyypit. Hey.
You're Elijah, right? What are you doing here?
What do you think? Hiding and hoping everyone leaves me alone. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
I get it. You don't want to remember. I've seen some nasty things too. But sometimes it helps to talk to someone. It's definitely better than drowning your wits in schnapps.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
How did you even notice the fire? What were you doing outside?
I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. It was just chance.
Just chance? You sure? I don't think the abbot would be happy about folk wandering around at night.
So what if I took a little walk?
You sure you weren't sneaking off somewhere for a drink? You seem smart enough not to keep your booze where someone might find it. I bet you've got a nice little stash, eh?
All right. Maybe I did head off to the back pond for a nightcap. I heard a dog barking like mad, so I went to see what was going on. I should have just kept out of it.
Did you see anyone else at the fire?
No. Just the dog was there.
When you dragged out those two bodies, what did you do then?
While I was pulling out the second one, other people had noticed the fire. One of the knights grabbed me and started yelling that I was the arsonist. Luckily, he saw the bodies and how I was covered in, well, the same filth they were. Then the people from the monastery came. They sent me away and took the bodies off somewhere. I don't know what happened after that.
I've seen the corpses, and I've got a few questions.
Does it have to be?
I noticed some strange things about them.
Like what?
It looks like they died of the same illness that's spreading through the monastery infirmary.
Christ! And I touched them. But I feel fine. So far.
You'd best go and see Brother Benedict. He'll examine you, and at least clean up those burns.
All right then.
They had something white left in their hair, like lime or flour.
Lime's used by the workers on the building site, and the mills just nearby. But how it got in their hair, I've no idea.
Dead men weigh a lot. How did you even get them out of the burning shed?
On my back? Like carrying a sack? Why?
Their backs were badly scraped, so I thought maybe you dragged them by the legs or something.
That must have happened before. Maybe when someone dragged them in. Godlessness.
Do you have any idea who those two were?
I've no idea. It was dark, I couldn't see their faces. Thank God. As it is, I'll be dreaming about this for a long time.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now.
Wait, I've no idea what to do with myself. I thought I'd finally do something right for once in my life. And how did I end up? Covered in shit, face burned, and humiliated. I'd rather never step outside the door again.
What are you on
about? You acted like a hero.
Hardly. I'm a coward.
Sä juoksit palavaan taloon.
Who ran into the flames to save his fellow man.
Aye. And what did it get me?
If not for you, they'd have burned to ash and wouldn't even have a decent burial. This way they can pass on with dignity. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and be a bit proud. All right?
Right. Thanks.
Et sinä varmaan ole se kyllä, mikä kävi avaamassa sitä ovea kattoilla. Kuka helvetti sitten? Käyväs, onko se yksi brother vielä täällä? Ei. pitkä kirja. Noniin. Täällä on muuta. No tuota. Joku akku. Täältä kuuluu musta joku ääni jostakin, mutta mä en tiedä, onko se niinku täältä. Mikäs paikka tämä on? Palapelaavat nappaa vissiin täällä. Sun ei voinutkaan enää jutella.
Nowhere. Maybe there's something...
Crispin!
Crispin?
Henry, I searched through the archives again to see if I might still find something on Bavor, but so far nothing. And your search in the crypt? Did you dare go down there?
I dared. And more than that, I truly did
Siellä oli joku
find
muu.
Bavor's sarcophagus in the hidden chamber.
By all the saints? And the relic? Was it there?
No. I was hoping, but I don't think it's that simple. There's a sarcophagus with Bavor's crest, but Bavor isn't the one lying in it.
What? You?
I had to know. Judging by the robes, I'd say it's an abbot or some other high-ranking cleric.
Good lord, that's truly strange.
And do you know what's even stranger? I think someone was watching me down there.
Watching? Who? Did you see anyone?
I just heard voices.
Could it have been one of the workers again?
Niillä oli kyllä avain siihen porttiin, että...
I'd say it was someone else. Does anyone else even know about this Bavor mystery?
As far as I know, no one. I only ever told Abbot Vitus.
Mutta jos säkin toit jossain kirjoista, niin eikö se mahdollista, että joku muukin olisi sen lukenut?
We'll need to stay on our guard until this whole mess is sorted. I can take care of myself, but you be careful. Best keep yourself locked in here.
For Christ's sake. Very well, I'll do as you say. You take the key. I won't let anyone else in.
The sooner we get to the bottom of this business with Bavor, the better.
So, you're saying you found a sarcophagus with Bavor's crest, but not Bavor himself?
Exactly. I have no idea what to do next. I was kind of hoping you might come up with an explanation. That chamber looked untouched for years.
Explanations do come to mind, but they're purely speculation. It's possible Bavor was never buried here at all. Or perhaps his grave was moved.
Another thought just occurred to me. What if Abbot Vitus was the first to go looking for Bavor? He found him, maybe even took the relic, and then tried to cover it all up.
But why would an abbot do such a thing?
I don't know. I'm only thinking aloud. But you must admit, it can't be ruled out.
Perhaps not. But before jumping to conclusions, let's examine the other possibilities. It's quite possible the remains were moved, and that's why Abbot Vitus shut down my investigation. It is a sensitive matter, after all.
But why would anyone move him? Isn't that
Jotenkin jos on maksanut aika rajuusti tästä
There are reasons for it.
paikastaan.
They're internal matters of the monastery. I shouldn't be discussing them with a layman.
Oh, come on, Crispin. We're searching for Bavor together.
Kyllä sä mulle voit kertoa.
Surely you can make an exception.
Mä olen luotettava.
Just forget for a moment I'm not a monk like you and tell me what you know.
kerran luostarissa munkkina.
Oh, very well. Since you're so insistent, to be laid to rest in the monastery crypt near the altar is the best one can hope for the soul of the departed. Normally such places are reserved for abbots, but this privilege can be granted to others in rare cases.
That would explain why Bavor might be buried there, but not why he isn't.
I'm getting to that. A place of such honor may be given for great deeds, or a truly generous donation. But if the person has been dead for a long time, and
niin
has
sit se
no
siirretään, että saa
surviving kin
hautapaikka
to
jollekin
speak
muulle,
for
että saa
him,
lisää rahaa.
then it's possible the body may be moved to make way
No
for a
niin.
deceased abbot, or a potential new benefactor.
I see. And I understand that's not an easy thing for you to speak about.
Thank you. Still, the deceased isn't simply tossed aside. He's respectfully moved to another resting place, just not as prestigious.
Right. But that brings us back to the question. So where could they have moved Bavor to?
Most likely to the consecrated field next to the monastery, or the graveyard by the infirmary church of St. Cosmas and Damian.
I'll start with the area around the infirmary church. Then maybe I'll be spared the trip
Se
to
on
the
ainakin
consecrated
pienempi.
field.
God be with you, Henry. I hope you manage to find Bavor at last.
I saw that mural of Bavor you spoke of, and I think I noticed something slightly unusual.
Ah, really? What was it?
That Bavor crest. In the mural, it's shown differently from your sketch. Seems to be the elevated version, as mentioned in the travel records, with the inner scutcheon. And on it is the Jerusalem cross. There's also an angel. And Bavor had himself depicted holding the relic. It looked to me like Bavor had the layout made very deliberately.
I must have missed that. Or perhaps I've simply forgotten. But you're right, it does sound rather deliberate.
Indeed. I still don't know what to
On
make of it.
pohdittava.
Bavor clearly put a great deal of thought into his burial. That depiction isn't just a coincidence or some artist's fancy. It was Bavor's intention, and there's certainly a hidden meaning in it.
I'll ponder it on my way to the infirmary graveyard.
Pondering my orb. No niin, nyt lähdetään sitten. Lähdetään sen Inhelmorin suuntaan ja lähdetään myös kysymään vähän vastauksia tältä meidän yhdeltä tyypiltä, että mitäs helvettiä ne tuusailee. Kuulin. Menen pois. Mistä mä tulin ulos? Mä väärällä puolella. Tuolla on tuo tyyppi. Don't mind me. No niin, nyt. Sinä. Mä löysin sen jo.
To your health, my friend. Hopefully the worst is behind us.
May not a drop go to waste.
Sä myrkyttänyt se.
Hey! Henry!
Henry!
It was his fault those two died. He was the first to know about the epidemic, and he tried to keep everything hushed up. He blackmailed the herbalist to hide them and treat them at his place. And when those bodies were found, what did he do? He sent that lackey of his to get rid of him.
Euachemes.
Dead. And that Dinesh of yours too. So now you kill me?
Joo.
Give me just one more reason. Albie? Albert, what is it?
Myrkytys. Älä nyt kuole. Rotta.
If I were you, I'd hold back a while. For everyone's sake.
You poisoned him? Why?
Calm down. He's still breathing.
What do you mean, still?
Whether he survives is up to you. And whether you're finally willing to cooperate.
I thought you and Albert were friends. He never did anything to deserve this.
Albert may not realize it, but half his shining reputation is thanks to me. Next to someone young and inexperienced, it's easy to look like a master. You saw it yourself. Even the Right Reverend didn't trust me. Me, royal physician to King Sigismund. But once Master Albert showed up, suddenly everything was different. And all he had to do was repeat the same things I'd already said.
So you only pretended to be his friend. All the while you looked down on him. You're mad. You want me to help you? Now, after all this?
If you're looking for someone to blame, try yourself. None of this would have happened if you hadn't kept getting in my way.
Don't try that on me. Speak, traitor. What do you want from me?
I want Albert's closely guarded records on the treatment of King Wenceslas.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb. Albert spent a lot of time with him. I want to know what he wrote down.
So, it was you who turned our chamber upside down?
Me? No, that was Dinesh.
You swine. Albert confided in you that he had them, and you poisoned him so that...
I was hoping to frighten him. Maybe he'd give them to me for safekeeping. But the mad old fool went and hid them somewhere. So I need you to find them.
And if I bring you the records, you'll give me the antidote?
Not so fast. There's one more thing. Something King Sigismund himself would greatly value. Apparently, somewhere in this monastery, there's a relic from the Holy Land, brought here years ago by a knight.
And that's what those workers were after. But they failed.
Morons.
You're not talking about Sir Valentine's sword, are you?
No. I'm talking about the relic of Sir Boleslav Bavor of Blatten.
So you mean there's more than one relic hidden here in the monastery? Aren't these things meant to be incredibly rare?
How should I know? I'm no chronicler. Either way, if you want Albert to leave here alive, and yourself along with him, you'll put in the work and find that grave. Or rather, what's in it. Once you've got the relic and the records, come to the church. We'll meet there. And one last piece of advice. Hurry. The substance acts slowly, but the longer you make Albert wait, the worse the
Tuossa se makaa lattialla tekemässä kuolemaa.
What's to stop me grabbing you by the neck, beating the antidote out of you, and dragging you to the abbot?
The fact I'm not a fool. I haven't got the antidote on me. So we can go to the abbot and spend hours blaming each other. Meanwhile, Albert will die right here on the cold ground in a puddle of his own vomit. If he's to survive, we do this my way. Do we understand each other?
You miserable bloody bastard. I'll do it, but only for Albert's sake.
I expected nothing less.
Sinun äänestä jo kuuli, että sinä oot pahis. Levetti. Voi Albik, voinko minä auttaa sinua jotenkin? Laitetaan sinut tietysti sänkyyn makaamaan.
Henry, The records. They're behind the scales.
What? What scales? Albi?
Selvä. No niin, asiat ovat eskaloituneet. Joo. Pitää ensi kerralla varmaan katsoa, saataisiko me tuo Alpik brandittua jotenkin itse, onko se mahis? Vai pitääkö mun oikeasti nyt mielestellä akkajätkää tuossa, että saadaan Alpik takaisin voimiinsa. Ja varmaan sitten yritetään löytää sitä reliikkiäkin, eli käydään tuskimassa niitä hautuumaita ja katsotaan löytyykö sieltä mitään. Kiire ilmeisesti on, eli ei voi hirveästi varmaan sivuraiteille lähteä, tai minä tiedän. Katsotaan miten käy. Kiitos kaikille katsomasta. Hei hei.